Faced with a proposal to ban dog meat in South Korea, the Korea Dog Meat Producers Association, which has long opposed measures aimed at cracking down on the industry, said it was considering releasing 2 million dogs near government monuments in Seoul as a security measure, as well as the homes of legislators. If you ask how big the opposition is from breeders, we are talking about releasing 2 million dogs that we breed, Ju Young-bong, head of the association, said on a radio program last week. He then listed the sites targeted, including the presidential office, the home of the agriculture minister, and the offices of lawmakers who introduced the bills. This is included in a bill that aims to end the dog meat trade in South Korea by 2027, announced by the People Power Party on November 2nd. Starting January 17th, businesses, such as dog breeders, butchers, retailers, and restaurants, will have to submit their plans to phase out dog meat to local authorities. They would also be given a 3-year grace period, as well as financial help from the government, to exit the trade. The People Power Party also suggested a maximum 5-year jail sentence, or a fine of 50 million won, $38,000, for offenders of the ban. The bill is the result of rare bipartisan support, after 44 lawmakers from both the ruling party and the opposition Democratic Party of Korea formed a group last month to discuss the issue. But among the most important supporters of the ban is First Lady Kim Keon-hee, with whom South Korean President Yoon Suk Yeol shares 5 cats and 6 dogs. Yoon had previously received criticism, including from members of his own party, for proposing that the anti-dog meat bill be named after his wife. Last week, Kim also spoke about the legislative developments to Queen Camilla during the couple's state visit to London. In response, Queen Camilla said she welcomed Kim's efforts, a presidential spokeswoman later told reporters. Government moves to ban dog meat in South Korea have stalled in the past due to protests from industry workers. Officials say there are more than 1,000 farms and 34 slaughterhouses in South Korea, as well as about 1,600 restaurants serving dog meat. Industry representatives say the numbers are much higher. Around 3,500 farms and 3,000 restaurants are at risk of closure if a ban is implemented. Dog meat producers are once again vehemently opposing the recent bill, arguing that their livelihood is at stake and that the ban would erase the culture of dog meat consumption. In addition to the recent threat to release dogs in Seoul, supporters of the dog meat trade have resorted to similar measures in the past, such as holding a dog meat tasting event in front of the National Assembly in 2019, while animal rights activists have called for a ban on trade. The age-old practice of eating dog meat, traditionally known to combat the summer heat, is now consumed only by older people. Cooking has been the subject of growing controversy, amid concerns about animal cruelty and the growing popularity of dogs as pets. According to a 2023 Nielsen poll commissioned by Humane Society International, an animal advocacy group, 86% of South Koreans have little intention of consuming dog meat and 57% support a ban on dog meat consumption. A poll conducted by Gallup Korea last year showed that 64% of respondents were against eating dog meat. Ju, president of the Dog Meat Producers Association, said that while he agreed with concerns about public health and cruelty on farms and slaughterhouses, he said the solution was for dogs to be recognized as livestock and that farmers respect food requirements and safety standards. An earlier attempt by authorities to classify dogs as livestock in 2008 was opposed by animal rights activists, who argued that the move would legitimize the trade in dog meat, which is neither legal nor explicitly prohibited. Some say the practice is also a sore point for the country's growing importance on the international stage. Foreigners think that South Korea is a cultural powerhouse. But the more the international standing of K-culture grows, the more foreigners are shocked by our consumption of dog meat. Han Jung-hee, an opposition lawmaker who supports the dog meat ban, said in June. Last year, an exchange program sending South Korean high school students to a New Jersey town was canceled after activists complained about the dog meat trade in the students' hometown of Gangwon. The recently proposed ban has been welcomed by animal rights groups who have been campaigning for years to end the dog meat trade in the country. HSI, which has been involved in rescue operations at South Korean dog farms, said in a statement that the proposed ban was a dream come true. Lola Weber, director of HSI's and Dog Meat Campaign, tells Time that the group has been working with dog meat producers in South Korea for nearly a decade, encouraging them to transition to more sustainable livelihoods. Most of these farmers have experienced social, family, and financial pressure to stop breeding dogs. He says, with so few people wanting to eat dog meat in the country, it has become harder to make a living, and these farmers know the writing is on the wall for this cruel industry. Therefore, the threats and protests that we always hear from the small but vocal dog breeder associations whenever a ban is suggested are not really in the best interest of farmers, nor do they represent farmers as a whole.
For more news like this across the globe, please subscribe to our channel, like and share this video. Thank you.